Hi, my name is Dawn Town and I'm a realtor, speaker, and launching coach. I help women find the courage to leave their 9-to-5 and monetize their dreams and goals. And I want to talk today about validation and how that impacts you personally, which ultimately impacts you professionally. Oftentimes, we want other people to validate what we feel called and led to do. But the problem is, if you're looking for validation from a customer base that just hasn't been established yet, you're going to write yourself off before you even start. And that's because number one, validation, you're going to start small and you're going to start slow. So your customer base that you want to be lining around the block for your service or your product, they're just not going to be there yet in the beginning. And so when you're first starting out, taking those baby steps towards your dreams and goals, if you're only seeking validation from that customer base, you're going to find that either the customer base isn't there at all, or it's too small and to really get a whole lot of constant feedback. Because to be honest with you, we crave validation like a newborn baby craves milk. And we don't want to think about it like that, but it's true. We crave it constantly, back-to-back feedings. And, but the problem is when your customer base is small, it's just not going to be there, and it can be discouraging. And so the second thing about validation is that it's like a drug. When it's there, you're high on it. But when it's not there, you are deeply depressed and discouraged and craving that affirmation and validation, and you're going to need a shot of it every so often to keep going. But we don't want to be a slave to validation, because when you're first starting out, it's validation and affirmation for what you feel called to do is spotty at best. And ultimately, if you feel like God has placed this dream on your heart for a reason, if you feel like you've been called to do something, the only seal of approval that you really need is His. And just that knowledge that you have been called to do this. And that's what you're going to have to hang on to when that affirmation isn't there. Sometimes we want that validation and validity and affirmation to help us feel justified in really pursuing that dream that's on our heart. But the truth is, we can't rely on validation from a customer base that we haven't either been in front of enough or earned their trust yet. You're going to have to do that hard work of just being consistent and going at it and getting really, really gritty. And to me, what that looks like is not giving up when your first year in business looks like a dumpster fire compared to the person that you are comparing yourself to, who's just like doing cartwheels in all their money that they earned from their first year. There's a perception that we have when we're starting out and we look at other people and what they're doing and we say, oh, well, look at how successful they are. They went viral. They did this, they did that. They have all these people coming at them, booking their service and buying their product. And then we compare that to our first year, where the only people that were tuning in were our closest friends and family. But you cannot live in comparison, because it's not going to help you really move forward. And so I just want to encourage you, know that with validation, it's, you're going to start small. So don't expect to get it all the time from a customer base that's just not there yet. Know that validation is like a drug. And the third thing is validation validation or a lack thereof doesn't mean that you're on the right track. It just means you're small, you're new, your audience is small, and you're going to get there. God didn't put that dream on your heart for no reason. He's not dangling it in front of you like a carrot, teasing you with something that you're never going to have. That's not how He works. He works all things for our good. And I truly believe that when He places something on our heart, even if it takes longer to reach that end destination than we hope for, everything that we learn along the way is going to serve us in some way. And how much more do we appreciate something that we've had to really earn and work for than we do when it just comes easy. You learn more from the struggle than you ever learn when things are handed to you. So if that is the place that you find yourself in and you feel like you've been a slave to validation, I just want to encourage you to keep going. Don't give up. Keep at it. Know that you're going to eventually reap a harvest at some point. And you're going to look back and you're going to see why everything unfolded the way that it did. And then I trust that you are going to understand that His ways are higher than your ways. His thoughts are higher than your thoughts. And He had your best interest in mind from the beginning to the end. So I just want to encourage you and leave you with that, this message on validation. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Talk soon.